Charlie Anderson, and we're now with our second edition of the Eagle Sightings here at Nashville Christian. We're just ready to get into our second part of our season for this year. We will now play most of our league games in the next several games. We'll have a few of what I call the practice games, which are teams that I know are going to be very good, but that's where you learn, is playing real good teams, because you're going to have some awful good teams in your league. I'd say at this point of the season, what we need to do most is to really concentrate on what I can do most for my teammates. Not what I can do most for me, but what I can do most for my teammates. They know that that's the only way we can win. We had one game recently. We went out to East Robertson. They were up on us 3 at the half. And we talked about that, and we went over some things, and sure enough, we came out the second half, and we wound up winning by 20-something. And I felt that night that maybe they had gotten together and realized, hey, as a team, we're pretty good. As individuals, we're not that good. When I'm talking about a team, I can go out and watch a PE class, and that's not team basketball. A team is a group of guys that will go out there and they will make the other person better than they would have been if they weren't part of it. It's always helping other person to do something. Look out for your teammate on every occasion, offense or defense. And that's something that we are getting where we're doing a much better job of. We will give up the ball to someone because he's got a better shot than we do. Or he will help out on playing defense if his man gets beat. And that's where you get better, and that's what the whole game is about, really. It's fun to watch a group that play as a team. It's not fun to watch a PE class. One thing I was looking for at the beginning of the year was some people that could shoot the ball. Most of them are pretty good shooters. And I've got a sophomore that I think is going to be one of the better shooters, and that's McCarty Ford. He will knock the basket down when he is open. We have had several guys step up to the plate. We only have 2 seniors, Lee Dredden and Corey Gibbons. They're both very good young men that I think will help us all through this season. We only have 4 juniors on the team, and they got things to learn, and they got to realize what we can and can't do, and that's what they're working on right now. But the sophomores are a strong part of our class. I think sometimes they lead the others because they play so hard, but they're going to come out there on that floor, and they're going to give you just a great game every night that they're in there. Trent Mueller, he showed me something yesterday in practice. He plays so hard every time he's in there. Ryan always, he's going to always play hard, and he's a sophomore. That's Ryan Young, I'm speaking of, and he will always give everything he's got out there. Zach Varner is a freshman that just going to be a real good point guard for us down the way. But when you start naming players, you always leave some of them out. They're all giving a good account of themselves, and I think it will show before the year's over. We got to just get better by deciding, hey, we are a team, we're not individuals, and that's where we stand right now. I've always been a coach that loved to play good teams, and that's the reason I think that come tournament time, we can compete with almost anybody we play. We started something 4 or 5 years ago where we were going down to the Florida area and playing in a tournament. We usually leave the day after Christmas, or sometimes after Christmas lunch that day, and drive down to the Destin area and play in a 4-game tournament down there. And this has been real good for us. I've seen our guys come back almost every year much stronger, much closer, because they've lived together there for a week. They like getting together like that, and they grow up when they're doing it. We've got to be ready to start out the new year right, and that's what all of this is about. That's what this tournament is about. And so with all the preparation, maybe getting our head beat in a little bit now and then, but we learn from that. we get better from that every time we play. You don't learn as much if you look at it the way I do. You don't learn as much in an easy win as you do in a real tough loss. You know, it takes a lot of things to put a basketball team together. I've got some great parents that have helped us in so many ways, and I can't go into mentioning all those. I will mention one of my managers, Jake Campbell. He is with us every day, and Jake is everyone loves Jake, and he's at every session. I got a guy that films every game for me, and he has been doing it, and that's Tim Fox, Brian Fox's dad. And then I've got a guy that has been keeping my score as much as possible, Brian Justice. Sometimes Brian is tied up and can't do it, but Houston Downey's dad takes over then, and of course Houston's dad, he does a little bit of everything around here. He drives the bus for us and does. But there's so many, you know, there's so many people that help out. I can't name them all, because if I did, I'd be leaving some of them out. But they're all just, it makes a team. They make my job so much easier, and I appreciate that.